Welcome to the channel. I'm Tony the Technician. Today we're going to be going into the Amazon tool deals and checking out some of the deals that I've found for this week. These are either going to be items that are on sale, items that even at their full price or list price I believe to be good deals, or items I find interesting and would like your guys' input on if you guys have used them. I will also have all of these items linked down in the description for you guys with their own independent link and 2 additional links that says tools and tools continued. Those are going to be links that take you to a long list of items that I've went over in the past or other items that I suggest, so that's all there for you guys. Also, hopefully you guys found some great Black Friday deals. If you guys did, please let me know what you ended up picking up down in the comments. But let's go ahead and get into this. First up is a Casoman product, and Casoman is kind of a big Amazon brand. It's something that came up a few years ago, and it has been very popular for an affordable tool brand. Weekend warriors, DIYers are going to get some great deals off of this brand. They do share a few products with a couple other brands that sell on Amazon. So there's like 2 or 3 brands out there that sell all the same products. But Casoman usually has some pretty good prices on it compared to some of the others. So it's just kind of doing your research. But this is a 13-piece set, 3/8 drive magnetic socket set, shallow. They are 6-point. This metric set goes from 7 to 19 millimeter, and I do believe it is a no-skip set. Yes, as you can see here, 7 to 19, no skips. And this 3/8 drive set is down from $36 to $32.37. They do have 3/8 drive deep. I never really got the point of the 3/8 deep. Those are only going to be good for certain scenarios. Usually I'm using a deep well socket for something that's got like a stud or, something where I need that extra length socket. If it's not something that I'm running down on a stud, then I'm probably just using a shallow socket with an extension. So this magnet being at the top of the deep well sockets never really made much sense to me. I can see some situations where they'd be, okay to use, but really I think the shallow ones are where it shines. The 1/4-inch drive set is at just shy of $27, down from $30, so a little bit of savings on that as well. And that set runs from 4 to 15 millimeters, so a nice full-size set there. And both of them priced really well. So magnetic impact sockets can be a really handy tool to have. Once again, not a big fan of the deep wells, but shallows I'm all about. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Do you guys already have a set? If not, this is definitely one to consider. This has 4.4 stars, 204 ratings. Next up is a Tsunoda product. This is their long nose pliers, the 6-inch pair. And I have an identical set from Fujiya that I bought like 5 years ago, and it was probably around this price to maybe $20. Both Tsunoda and Fujiya are fantastic brands that offer Japan-made tools, absolutely phenomenal quality. But Fujiya's pricing is kind of all over the place on a lot of their pliers on Amazon, which I still love. But this same set from Fujiya can range anywhere from just the last couple of months that I've been tracking at $30 to $50. And Tsunoda their pricing seems to hold steady a little bit better. So I think this is a fantastic price for this long nose pair of pliers. Now this is a multi-purpose long nose pair of pliers. It has nice fine teeth up in the jaw. Then it moves into kind of a open jaw with slightly larger teeth, and then it moves into that wire splitter, and then behind the wire splitter is a wire crimper, and then behind that is a wire stripper for your smaller gauge. And then it also has the cutter, and it does look like this has some teeth at the back as well behind the pivot point, made in Japan. There you can see that. Just a really nice set of multi-purpose pliers and really good quality stuff. Tsunoda makes some fantastic products. So $15.29, not on sale, still a fantastic price. 4.5 stars, 48 ratings. Next up, we're looking at the Olsa Tools pocket pry bar set. This is a 3-piece mini pry bar set. So back in the day, I would just use the little pocket screwdrivers, the ones that you would get free from businesses, or you used to see them back in the day all the time. I just use those little flat heads as like pry bars, or just a regular screwdriver as a pry bar. But in the last 5 or so years, quite a few brands are coming out with these miniature pry bars that are just a little bit thicker than your miniature screwdrivers, and they have angles, different angles, allowing you to actually get the leverage you need and not fight or bend your screwdriver. And this is the first time I saw it from Olsa Tools. I've seen them from Lyle and Tekton and many other brands, but this one, I think it's priced a little too high. I know the Tekton ones made in the USA, like here are some cheaper ones, but they have thin blades on them, like really thin blades on them, so that's no different than just your pocket screwdriver, except for the angle that you get. But like this is one that I like to recommend. Tekton has a 4-piece set, made in the USA, $24. Fantastic price, great little mini pry bar set. Olsa Tools, basically $25, 3-piece set, not made in the USA. I do like the angles that they have here. I like the blade thickness that they have here. I like the fact that it's got a pocket clip on it, and the handles actually look really nice. Very similar to the Tekton, and I think if these were on sale for under $20, I think that's a good price. But I just wanted to share these with you because this is a new product that I hadn't seen before. I like mini pry bars. I think Olsa did a good job with these. I just think the pricing could use a little bit of work. But let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments. Next up is a ThruNite product. This is their TI keychain flashlight. I did a review on this a little while back. Fantastic miniature flashlight. Very, very compact, very, very bright. 650 lumens. That's brighter than most of my pen flashlights. And it performs extremely well. And the battery life on it is actually surprisingly really good for its size. Very simple, but very well built. It is rechargeable as well. It does have a built-in magnet as well as a lanyard ring, but I do like the fact that it is magnetic. There you can kind of see its size, 2.39 inches long and 0.65 inches wide. There you can see it's rechargeable. Its runtime, 650 lumens for an hour and 35 minutes. I have a ton of lights that don't put out that lumen, that don't run that long, and they have a much larger battery. So I was very, very impressed with this flashlight. So if you want to make it an EDC item, absolutely fantastic for that. And it's priced really, really well, under $20. This is at $18.95, 4.7 stars, 124 ratings. Next up is one that I just want to mention. I had mentioned Knipex, these special releases or the holiday ones a while back, but the price was really bad on it. Now the Knipex twin grips this size I usually see around $32 to $36. They have a few different sizes now, so the prices are a little bit different. There's nothing different about this tool. Everything is identical except for instead of having the red dipped handles, you have the black with kind of the copperish gold writing on it. So this is their holiday release for their twin grips. The twin grips are already a fantastic pair of pliers. It's a slip joint pair of pliers, but instead of having your standard 2 or 3 positions, you have 5 locking positions. You have dual opposing teeth. You have a set of vertical teeth in the nose for screw extraction. I mean, all around a fantastic set of pliers. Knipex is always crushing it. One of my favorite brands when it comes to pliers. $43.36 for this, down from a list price of $53. So it is a little bit of savings from what some others are selling it at, but still basically $10 more than what you would pay for just the original design. For some people, it is going to be worth it. Some people, you know, it's not that big of a deal, not worth paying the extra $10 to $15 just for a different colored handle. Completely understand it, but I did want to share it because I do like that limited edition release. Only a few brands kind of do that kind of stuff, and it's always really cool to see. Vera does a lot of that, which is really unique. If you guys were in the market for the twin grips, is this something you guys would go for, or just stick with the originals? This has 4.6 stars and a whopping 3 ratings. Next up, we're looking at the Klein Tools 16-in-1 impact rated hybrid driver, and this is one that I picked up before Black Friday on a deal. I think I paid just shy of, I think I paid $17 after military discount, but still good price on it. $21, down from a list price of $28. They have a couple different variations here. Klein has tons of these multi 16 in one, 17 in one, 27 in one. They got tons of these, but this is one that I actually picked up 3 weeks before Black Friday, and I've been impressed with it. I don't use a whole lot of multi-bit drivers, but when I find a good one, I stick with it. I've been using this one, for a little while now, a few weeks, and I'm impressed with it. The only thing that annoys me about it is the bit carousel. Love the bit carousel, but when you're pushing with the palm of your hand and applying torque and turning, that cap is going to spin in your hand. Not a big deal. It squeaks as you're turning the handle, and the carousel kind of stays in a steady position in the palm of your hand, so that can be kind of annoying, but it's not like it doesn't function the way it should or anything like that. 10 bits in there, I believe, if I remember correctly, one up in the blade. It has a flip socket on the end that is 1/4 inch and 5/16. You do have, this is part of the Connect S system, so you can use this with many other drivers and attachments and all of that. It does have this extended blade here. This one with the bit carousel is not going to allow you to adjust the blade length. It's going to be a set blade length, but you can use this blade in an adjustable one of Klein's other drivers. Then you also have this adapter down here. This half allows you to use the blade, or you can remove it, flip it over, and now you can put 3/8 drive sockets on the end. And it also uses a 1/2 inch collet at the end of the right here. So if you were working with 1/2 inch fasteners, this is just a 12-point 1/2 inch collet that you could actually use. So, I mean, overall, I think it's really nice. It's magnetic. $21. I think it's a good option. Let me know if you guys run any of the Klein Tools Connect stuff and what your experiences with them are. But this has 4.6 stars, 503 ratings. Here we're looking at the Igarashi pliers, or the IPS hyper long pliers with the slip joint. There are not very many out there that have a slip joint long nose plier like this. Very few, and these are very popular. I know a lot of people that use these. There's a lot of talk online, any videos that has to do with Japan made pliers. This is one that almost always comes up. It is available in a bent nose as well, $25. Straight nose is $24. Nice long reach on there. You can see where the pivot point is. Nice high pivot point up there. You can see the jaw features, some fine teeth, a couple openings, whether you're grabbing, twisting wires, whatever it may be. And then you got a smaller open jaw with slightly aggressive teeth, and then you have your larger open jaw with some really aggressive teeth, and then a shear cutter, the pivot, and your long reach handles. There you can see a little bit better view of the jaws. If you want to pause and read that, you can do so. I would have to pause for quite a while to do that. There's a little bit more information. Just moving on. Alrighty, $24. I think it's a good price, even not on sale. Really nice set of pliers. Very highly recommended by a lot of people. 4.5 stars, 157 ratings. Last up is a set of scissors from Engineer. So I have quite a few Engineer products or Van Plier products, a lot of screw extractions, but I also have their shears. Fantastic. I didn't even know they had these. I don't think it's a new product. I definitely don't think it. I just don't think. I haven't looked outside of their screw extraction pliers for quite a while. And Engineer is the original manufacturer or maker of the Van Pliers or Vampire tools. You pay a little bit more for the Vampire tools because the tools should already be here. It's still made by Engineer, but then you get that little bit of warranty. If you want to save money, just buy directly from the maker, Engineer. You're going to save money. You're not going to get the warranty, but I've never broken their pliers. And honestly, at the money that you save, I think it's just worth buying the Engineer brand themselves. These are the PH57s. If you don't have a pair of shears or scissors for the shop or garage, you would be surprised as soon as you have some how often you'll actually use them. And these actually look way more comfortable than the shears that I have. So I might actually pick these up. These are on sale at $17.84, down from $20.50. That's the typical price. So some pretty good savings on this. There you can see the overall length in millimeters, of course. It seems to be just as capable as their shears. You got the micro serrations in the blade, kind of your more aggressive serrations there. Nice fat handles on the inside, so when you really have to apply pressure. My Engineer shears are not like that. They're a hard plastic, and when you got to apply a lot of force, they can become uncomfortable. This is the Van Pliers that I was talking about. $32 for this set. And like I said, you can save quite a bit of money. Engineers got the exact same ones, $19.20, down from a typical price of basically $22. Really cool design, but when you're applying a lot of pressure, pushing on these plastic handles on the inside can be kind of painful. So I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm gonna pick these up because these are priced really well, and I think they're gonna be just as capable for anything that I'm gonna use them for. But that's it as far as this week's Amazon tool deals. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, please make sure to smash that thumbs up. All of these items will be linked down in the description for you guys with their own independent link. And if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.